of swoon. I worship the moon. Through the streets, back to me. Falling eyes, I can't see. All night long, but not too soon. I worship the moon. I worship the moon. My knees fall weak, my heart doth swoon. I worship the moon.
Hi friends, welcome to the show. This is Thoughts on Bots with Geartooth Red Jefferson. This is a BattleBots review show. BattleBots review show where I'm going to be reviewing this episode, this most recent episode. This is February 24th. February 24th. And a happy Black History Month to everyone. I hope everyone's having a good end. It's been a lot of serious stuff going on today. A lot of serious stuff. But one of what? I hope everyone's safe. Safe. And I just had the thing playing on the side here. Hey, one of what? I have to turn down the volume here so I could talk to the audience. Please call in the number 201-574-7222 if you want to talk to me. If you feel like you want to talk to me and talk about bots, because this is what this show's about. This show's about community. It's about bringing us as friends together. We have a lot of fun trinkets here. As you can see, I have a nurse hat. I have a fire hat. I'm wearing my hard hat because I am Geartooth Red Jefferson. Please follow Loserly's Wrestling on everything. If you're watching this now, give us a smash the like button. Smash the like button. And that's a real positive thing to do. Let's start talking about the show. Let's start talking about it. I've been rambling enough. Call into the number 201-574-7222. Ask me anything about bots. I don't care what it is, but smash the like button. That's very important. The first match of the night, a BattleBots. Thoughts on bots. Malice versus Blacksmith. You got Malice versus Blacksmith here. Let's talk about Malice. Here we got Malice here, run by Bunny Sorial. It's a horizontal drumette, they call it? They call it a drumette. Looks like a drum spinner to me, but it's on the side there. And they've had a rocky start to this season. They're 0-2, and I've never been a big believer in Malice, to be honest. I find it a little bit clumsy, clunky, and it never hits as hard as it looks like it's gonna hit. But this is who they're facing today. They're facing old Blacksmith, old can't be beat, can't be destroyed. Well, can be beat, but can't be destroyed. Blacksmith is the very tough bot. Very tough bot. And it's run by Al Kindle from New Jersey. Thank you. And it's a hammer, power hammer, he calls it, which is really just the hammer saw or whatever they call it over on Sawblaze and on Scorpios. But it shoots flames, which is nice. He doesn't get a lot of wins because it doesn't do terribly much damage, but he doesn't ever die or very rarely dies. Let's talk about what happens in this match. And he's 1-1, by the way. 1-1. So he really needs this victory. Bunny Sorial is probably not making it through the round of 32. A lot of these matches are going to be playing a big part in the tournament this year. Big part. So what we get at the beginning here, we get them going in and they get some hits up front. Some big hits in the center. But Blacksmith has this wedge on, you see. This wedge to deflect some of that drumette. But Malice knocks off the hammer. I think I got... everyone be careful. We have to come right back. Hold on a second.
Through the streets, back to me. Falling eyes, I can't see.
I'm back. It was a delivery I got. I got a delivery from FedEx or UPS. It's my protein powder. I'm trying to be a beefcake. I broke my hat. I broke my hat in the haste of taking it off. So we're going this hat right now. Hope everyone's okay with that. Hopefully I'm not screaming. Let me know how I sound. Because that's a big part of this. I need to be able to sound okay. And this actually works better with the hats, as you can see here. The hats actually make a little bit more sense. Thank you so much for sticking with me through that. So we get these big wedge hits here. Knocks off the hammer. Malice actually gets a pretty decent hit because Al Kindle wasn't thinking. Laid the hammer down right in front of their weapon, and which causes the hammer to fall off, but also the gas for the flamethrower to start leaking. Then they get another hit, and poor Al Kindle bursts into flames. For the rest of the match, Al Kindle is on fire. And this goes to the end. Oh, wow. That's really going. This goes to the end. We get this going all the way to judge's decision with some big hot hits. Al Kindle the entire time, hammering with no hammer. Just smashing in, hoping to get these hits. And we get judge's decision as the bot's on fire. We get Malice with their first victory of the season. Probably, almost certainly not making it to the round of 32. Let's be honest with ourselves. Not making it to the round of 32, but bless them for trying. Bless them for trying. And yeah, I see a positive. This is a positive for Malice. I think Bunny Sorial, she's very nice. And I hope that she finds peace. Moving on. We have to go back to the next fight of the night. Black Dragon versus Claw Viper. So we got Black Dragon here, Brazilian team, run by Gabriel Gomez. It's an egg beater spinner right on top there, and they're 1-1. They've had they always do really well, and then they kind of lose it in the top 32. We have Chica Marks in the chat. Hell yeah, protein powder. Thank you so much. That was a tricky situation. Thank you all so much for sticking with me through it. When someone knocks on the door, you got to answer. You got to answer, even when the live stream's going on. But we got Black Dragon. Oh, by the way, with Malice versus Blacksmith, I thought Blacksmith was going to win, and I was wrong. As you can see here, Blacksmith did not win. It was Malice. So I'm wrong already. But so there's Black Dragon here, and I'm telling you right now, I had Black Dragon winning this. And so what we got here, we got Claw Viper. Claw Viper is a grappler run by Kevin Milzewski. And it's a sharp looking bot. It's a grappler. It's designed to suplex other bots, get them to break their weapon, which is really important for them and their success. They had one win over Pardon My French. Pardon My Bot. I have no idea who that is. But I saw the match and they did flip them over a few times, but their bot, it was an easy match for Claw Viper. Not trying to be offensive to Pardon My French, but let's see what we got here. Immediately, Claw Viper, very fast bot. Very fast. Goes in, flips, grabs it, flips it over, and we could get a little flip action here. Flips them over onto the back, but they immediately self-right, which I am going to self-right right here. You all know what I'm dealing with. Flip the wrong bot. Flip the wrong bot. And that happens. That happens when you're doing a live show. So we flip them over, but then this bot just goes to town. Big hits. Beat their wheel guard. They smashed in that little panel right next to their wheels to protect them. A lot of drivers, a lot of bots don't have that because if it gets hit and it bends in, now that wheel's not moving. And this very fast bot is just doing circles. Just going around in circles. Can't do anything. And then we get the KO. And we get Black Dragon with their victory. They're not 2-1. They're making it into the round of 32. And depending on the matchups, they could go pretty far. I do not see them winning. They have a lot of heart. A lot of gumption. But I don't see them going far. Tell me what you think. Next up, we got Gigabyte versus Smee. All right, we have a lot of explaining to do with this one. Let's talk about Gigabyte first because it's worth it. John Maladnik here has Gigabyte. It's a pretty famous bot. Big full body spinner, probably the most successful full body spinner in Gigabyte's history. Gigabyte's BattleBots history. By the way, I had Black Dragon winning, so I'm doing pretty well. So Gigabyte here, they're very destructive, but they have a tendency of breaking themselves. They're 1-1 here, and they're going up against Smee. And Smee has like 19 E's at the end because it's cute. It's run by a child, so you know why it's like that. Basically, it's two mini bots with this long wedge in the middle, and they drive independently of each other, but they're connected by this giant bar that says Smee. And I hate this bot a lot. I hate this bot very much. I find the bot to be a distraction, a spoiler. I feel it has boring matchups because you can't really do the things that you want to do in a match. But it is different, and it causes the bots to move differently. So what we get here is Gigabyte going into the center of the bot, just smashing into the center. And honestly, it was looking like Smee had an interesting plan of action. They kept trying to push Gigabyte closer to the wall, and that's where Gigabyte's going to break. This honestly could have gone a different way, but Gigabyte's driver, they know how to drive out of the way, get back to the center of the box for the most part. Then they get a big hit on the side, boop, flip them over. Yeah, I'm flipping. Oh, I flipped the wrong damn thing. Flip the damn scenery. We're going to do this because that's part of the show. It's part of the fun for me. Flipped it over and then moves over, smashes up the side. This bot's not moving, and we get Gigabyte with the win. Gigabyte, honestly, I'm trying to think of top contenders this year, and Gigabyte has the potential to win any fight. Gigabyte has the potential to win any fight it's in. I know all bots have the potential to win any fight they're in, but Gigabyte has a real solid 50-50 chance because it has really powerful, a lot of energy. It kind of feels like Tombstone right now, where, honestly, Tombstone's a different, different, but they kind of have the same likelihood of winning in my brain right now. Very powerful, big hits if they don't break themselves first. But we have Gigabyte going over, and let's see how old Red did. Yep, I picked Gigabyte because Smee is poopy. Moving on, we got Glitch versus Hydra. This is an interesting matchup. I was actually pretty excited for this one. Glitch here, run by Kyle Miller. Let's take a look at this bot here. Kyle Miller, it's an egg beater in the center, and it's got this very sharp design. It's got magnets underneath it to keep it real low. And it's they had a win. They won against Ghost Raptor, and it's an Omni drive, so it's able to move not just forward, backward, left, and right, but also diagonally. It's a very interesting to watch bot, and I had high hopes for it, but it's going up against Hydra. Hydra is a flipping monster. I hate the Ewart family. I hate Jake Ewart, mostly Jake Ewart, but Jake Ewart is even becoming more humble from the losses that he's getting. So I'm appreciating him more. But it's a very powerful flipper. It's hydraulic. It's not pneumatic, so it has a lot more flips in it. But it's had a rough year so far. It's 1-1. It lost the end game, but then it won against someone else who I can't really remember right now. I think it was Colt. No, not Colt. But it won against someone else, so it's 1-1. And they're going up against each other, and it's the battle for low ground. Battle for low ground. Here they go, coming in, and they're just kind of dancing. Hydra, they're trying to get the low ground, tapping each other, but then Hydra goes in, gets a huge flip, throws it right out up into the top of the battle box and right back down, lands. But something happened to Hydra after that because it stopped moving real good. And then Glitch, they landed pretty safely. Luckily, they landed on their forks, which just bent the forks, but it didn't cause too much damage. Then they go after, get this hit on Hydra, lifts it up, and as it's about to land, it gets another hit, smashing off the tip of its flipper and putting it in the corner, and it can't ever get out from that. And it can't move anymore. Hydra can't move anymore, and you get Glitch with the win. I'm liking Glitch. That's right. Glitch is getting the hard eyes today. Glitch is getting hard eyes because I see big things with Glitch. Even though I didn't see big things with Glitch when I did my guesses. Ooh, don't look at the next ones. We got Hydra. I had Hydra winning. But it's obviously not Hydra. It's Glitch. Glitch won. So a lot of things are changing. A lot of current hierarchies are falling. Hydra was the #1 seed last year, and they lost to a newbie. Very exciting stuff. Next up, we have Tombstone versus Free Shipping. Honestly, looking forward to this match most of all, I think. Two of they're kind of my favorites. Some of my favorites. If Duck were in here too, last 2 years ago, Duck. But we got Tombstone run by Ray Billings, legendary Ray Billings. This spot one time was the scariest spot anyone could face. Horizontal bar spinner, knocks everyone out. It's had a rough year. It's had a rough couple years. Where it was once like a very feared bot to face, but now it's kind of breaking itself most of the time. Like I was saying with Gigabyte. And they're 1-1, so they really need this win. They're going up against Gary Jin and free shipping. Gary Jin, legendary driver. Just because his bots don't quit, and they also he drives like a maniac, and it's great. It's a lifter bot here, not having a great season, but rarely is he ever. He's 0-2, but we're hoping the best for this match because we want to see a big knockdown, drag out brawl. And what we get, Tombstone comes in. Hits right at the front. They hit each other at the front. Not too bad. But then he gets around to the sides. Gets right behind free shipping. Knocks off a wheel. Knocks off another wheel. Knocks off 3 wheels. 3 wheels. Imagine this times 3. I wish I could duplicate. Can I duplicate? I don't know how to duplicate. But knocks off 3 wheels. But free shipping is still moving. It's still moving fairly well around the box. Better than Hydra was before. And now Tombstone, for some reason, its bar stops spinning. So then, like, after the free shipping loses 3 wheels, Tombstone's weapon stops working. And then it just becomes a shoving match for the rest of the fight with free shipping on 1 wheel and doing a pretty okay job. But then eventually we do get some Ray Billings pushing free shipping onto the screws a little bit. But they get off, but it goes to the judge's decision, which is shocking. And we get Tombstone with the victory. Now they're 2-1. They're likely going to be in the round of 32. Tombstone, I like Tombstone against a lot of people. It's just if he could, a lot of people have already figured out the trick with Tombstone. Bum rush them, get them to break themselves, use a big wedge. But if he's able to, I don't know, work smarter, maybe put a wedge on his back. You know, that's what I've been thinking for a while. But as you can see here, I had Tombstone winning. Even though I love Gary Jin, Tombstone's not losing a fight to Gary Jin. Bless Gary Jin. Bless free shipping. It's not he's losing to Gary Jin. He's losing to free shipping. Free shipping is not the bot that's going to win. I'm sorry. It just doesn't happen. Well, it has happened, but very rarely. Next up, we got Ribbot versus P1. Ribbot versus P1 here. We got Ribbot. Ribbot, run by the kids from WPI. It's run by David Jin, Captain David Jin. It's a modular bot. They have the undercutter. They have the vertical disc. They have a flipper. They went with the vertical disc today, which is not pictured. And they are 2-1, 2-0, doing having a pretty good year. But they had a pretty good year last year too. And they're going up against P1, who's having a really good year here. Really starting to show what it's made out of. Because it's a great driver. Brandon Zelinsky, it's a lifter bot, but it drives like a race car. It's real sharp looking. I really like it. But they're going up against each other. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this fight comes about. They dance around each other for a lot, trying to pick their spots. Just trying to pick their spots a little bit. You never know where they're going to strike. Never know. And then they get some little love taps here. And then it becomes a shoving match. Nobody's... Ribbot can't seem to get its weapon to hit because it's a little too far away. They both have these forks up front. And they're pushing against. Then Ribbot finds a way, gets that fender, pops them, gets them, breaks off a piece. You can't see my mouse, but I'm hovering right above the fender where it broke. I'm just going to hope you assume. Like, you're going to have to imagine. You're going to have to do some imagination. Then a series of hits. Ba, ba, ba. Big hits there. Then P1 gets knocked onto the upper deck, which is going to be over here. We're going to call this the upper deck region. I do not have a new model of the BattleBots. If anyone wants to supply one, I'd appreciate it. Loser Leaves Pod. And then we get Ribbot with the count-out victory. Ribbot is now 3-0. Ribbot. I like Ribbot because I think it's a very versatile bot. Do I see it being an endgame? Do I see it being a Sawblaze? Nah. I would like it to. I honestly would love if Ribbot won the Giant Nut. And it can get pretty close. But do I see it in the finals? I hope so. I hope I'm wrong. Prove me wrong, Ribbot. Prove me wrong. Now we're at the main event of the evening. Woo, main event of the evening. Here we are, Endgame versus Sawblaze. We got Endgame here, run by the New Zealand team, run by Nick Maybe and Jack Parker. It's a vertical disc spinner, and it's last year's champ. They're 2-0 this year, and they're looking pretty good. Let's see who they're going up against. What I think is the most powerful bot this year, Sawblaze. Sawblaze with their, what do they call it, a hammer saw, and they got their flamethrower. I don't think they had a flamethrower today, but they have a lot going on for it. And it's run by Jameson Go. They're also 2-0, and they had some vicious wins. Vicious wins. And you know how this match ended up? You know how what we got? This is what we got. We had them going in, kind of swirling around each other a little bit. And Jameson Go gets stuck in the floor. Sawblaze gets stuck in the floor a little bit, shows its back, and goes up and knocks. Hold on. Yeah, knocks them out of the park. There they go. They fly out of the ring, and immediately, within seconds, Endgame is your winner in the shocking victory. Can't believe it happened. And they are now officially the top bot. Let's see how I look today. I had Ribbot and I had Sawblaze. Really stupid move. I'm not doing well this year. Not doing this well in my picks. But let me know what you thought. How did you feel about Endgame knocking Sawblaze out so much? So hard. I don't even make sense anymore. But follow us on Loser Leaves Wrestling. Send us your emails at loserleavespod@gmail.com. Let BattleBots know that I want to participate in some way. Let them know I want to participate. Geartooth Red Jefferson doing, I don't know, social media? Send your emails to BattleBots. Send your emails and flood their DMs. Flood their DMs. Let them all know. Thank you all so much for bearing with me through the protein powder. I appreciate you. I hope you all enjoy the week ahead. I hope everyone's safe. Those of you in other countries, I hope you're safe and you're feeling okay and not scared. Loser Leaves Wrestling supports those in need. But thank you so much for your time. And watch BattleBots next week. Well, I'll be here. My name is Geartooth Red Jefferson. Have a good night. Bye. The week ahead.
Through the streets,
Other countries, I hope you're safe.
back to me.